relying on my notes to remember what happens in the episode, we'll miss like one big thing an episode. That's about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why we got these two. They're gonna carry us.
Like I'm gonna remember shit.
I forgot.
I always have to ask, like, what episodes are you?
So we're doing
Yep.
17, What Happens in Scarlitton, and 18, Work Hard, Play Hard.
Basically, your new character intro and then all of the mini games.
Yep.
My new character intro's pretty easy.
God.
We'll get there. Anyway, hello. Yes, us. It's us. We're here. Cool. Hello.
We are?
It's time for the thing, and I picked a bunch of random songs and put them in some order, so the music's gonna be all over the place tonight, and I hope it's hilarious.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I hope I have it playing.
Cool. Anyway, we're doing great. Hey Ben, you wanna do our little super official intro? And
Absolutely.
start?
We're rolling now, right?
We have been. Yeah.
We have
Yep.
been. That's
We did.
right. We are. Welcome to Take 20, the companion podcast to the Rolling 20's D&D live play podcast, video, audio, however you want to listen to it. I am Ben, the host, and today we are joined by DM Fraya, Blair, who plays a character that we will introduce in these two episodes, and Dan, who is playing Derek. We are covering episode 17 and 18. I remember the title for episode 18 and not 17.
It's great. It's great.
Happens in Scarlitton.
Yep.
Happens in Scarlitton and Work Hard, Play Hard are the two episodes. As pretty much directly into episode 17 as I can go. Welcome back. Get the fuck out. Because
Yep.
Freya immediately kicked everyone into the secret chat to work with Blair, and I assume his introduction for Adrian. If I am distracted during this podcast, there is a cat roaming around me. Everyone say hi to
no.
me, MIU.
It's
So.
starting to twerk. Run for the hills.
No, we were everything that happened in secret chat you see in the video. We did not discuss later stuff at all. So
No, Theron went back to Vasselheim, which to recap from episode 16, Theron and Volkar. Oh, my camera completely already messed up already.
Ooh.
Cool. That's
Oh.
a new one.
Oh,
Theron and
He's
that's
blade
what I see
shifting
during
again.
Every teleportation, damn it.
And no wonder Kalis throws up all the time, man. That shit looks crazy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I unplugged my mic instead of the camera, and somehow that fixed the camera. I don't know what happened there.
God damn it.
Technology.
But Theron and Volkar got into a fight, and both basically then decided to completely leave the party. Theron has a talk with Zentha to teleport back to Vasselheim, where he's just going to go, for lack of a better term, back home and
Gonna go fuck off.
figure things out from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, am I going to reset this camera? One moment.
Yeah.
Freya, if you
should,
wanna-
we'll give you a second.
Freya,
Yeah,
you
so
drop
Go
some
ahead.
old Elvish dialogue between, I believe, Theron and Lulu. What was that? Like
Oh.
in the real
I
world?
wrote it. He read it. 'Cause I'm
Oh.
a genius. Yeah. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I wrote it and I read it.
it.
That was me writing a thing. That was a thing I wanted to write. That's it. There's nothing fancy about it. It's like, this sounds Elvish, and
Kind of cool.
I wrote it, and that was it. So
You don't mess around with languages enough. Oh. I think Ben died.
Maybe.
Oh no, he's still alive.
Okay,
Spider-Man's
he's
my
still
still
audio,
here.
Man yet.
again, I have audio.
Doing
I'm
great.
redoing my mic.
Anyway, all right. So we have Ben.
Yes.
Sorry, we
What
had a
would
bunch
you
of
like me to
tech
back up
issues
to?
that I should have cut out.
Elvish.
Theron leaves. I say some stuff in not Elvish, and that's really about it.
Yeah.
Pretty simple conversation, you know. I would say Zentha was a little more bummed out than I thought she would be, because it's like, I don't think her and Theron ever interacted.
Yeah, well, I would say some stuff we get to a bit later might say more on her demeanor and why she might be a little,
Yeah.
a little down about that. But understandable, given what we knew then.
But yeah.
Theron then drops that he's going to go off to Fort Thunderhead
Yep. On his own.
on his own,
Mhm.
which is incredibly interesting. Can I, Blair, ask what Theron's intentions are, or do you want to save that for possibly later on?
I'm looking at Fraya. Yes, no, yes, no,
I
yes,
think
no.
we're gonna hold on to this one.
We're all off on
Okay.
it, but he's gonna head
Yeah.
up there
Great.
on his own. But he's a ranger, so he'll make it up
Great.
there a-okay on his own.
We do remember a thing that happened there, so that's fine. I'm assuming it's tied to that.
Yep.
I'll leave it there.
Yep.
Then back with the main party. Everyone wakes up. Kalis immediately feels that his best friend forever ring is not attuned anymore.
Yep.
For which my note for that just says Kalis gets ghosted somewhere Penny smiles.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's brilliant. God
Just
damn
a
it.
wave of happiness overcomes
Yes.
her out of nowhere.
Just at like 3 a.m, just like, wow, why
Yeah.
am I so happy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But yeah, Volcar just trudges off through the desert on his own. And as we quickly learn, took everything.
That was
Use our back,
unintended.
Mule.
It just happened
Wow.
to be that way. We realized after Josh was like, oh, I have everything. It's like, oh, fuck. Also, quick highlight for me is the moment I bring everyone back into the chat and Blair's in timeout. And I just get to see the looks of complete confusion on everyone's faces on there. That was fun for me. I enjoyed that.
My note for that is Volcar is the better thief than Milo.
This is true. This is true.
Fuck.
More
Oh.
successful theft of. Yeah, it's true.
So much stuff. Even if it was accidental. Ooh. Derek in
That's-
particular makes note
It's
of being
accidentally-
very angry.
It's accidentally a better thief than intentional thief Milo.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Before
Why we love our
everything before everything is revealed to the party, Derek and Quilly talk. And boy, that talk basically comes into, man, it'd be nice if Volcar, Theron, or Kalis could help out with questions about gods, or use their strength to move Quilly, who's still very exhausted. Repeatedly just saying, man, wouldn't it be great if any of these people were to help?
Yeah.
Aaron would probably not be able to lift her. He's not a very strong boy.
True.
He can shoot shit.
But it was a very twisting of the knife, and we all know where that's going, aka very little help. Maybe one
Yeah.
of the three, but one of the three is also gushing blood constantly. So again, my notes just says Bleedy Boy puts on a headband to try to disguise that.
He does.
The more ineffective one, I'll say for right now.
Yeah.
And from then teleporting Theron away, and then coming back and getting probably very little sleep, Zentha calls for a wake-up call for everyone to meet at the upper deck in about 5 minutes, to which Kalis is like, let me tell the news first. We have the Kalis huddle. Everyone's reaction is just like, well, shit.
Yeah.
That sucks.
What's up, Derek?
My note.
Derek's fucking
No.
mad.
Derek's
Yeah.
again. My note is general bad, and then Derek upset Volcar took all the shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's pretty on brand.
it is. I was just thinking, like, stealing from the caravan is probably like sin number 1 in Derek's book.
Yeah.
This is kind of Dan, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but let me know if I'm right or
people
not.
come and go from the caravan all the time. That's
And this
normal.
is-
He's used to that.
Yeah.
Don't steal
It's
shit.
like coming and going and like taking your own shit or whatever supplies you bought. Then there's a stealing. And running away literally like a thief in the night.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
confused at first because I was like, I was like, these two are traveling together pre-campaign. He doesn't seem to, outside of angry, he doesn't seem to care that much that Volkar's gone.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a hired hand, really. Like, it wasn't, wasn't that close.
Yeah,
Well,
like a coworker from a
convenience.
previous job.
We're carpooling basically.
Yeah, the
Excellent.
dissociation right there. I don't know
Yeah.
that guy. We were just carpooling.
Yeah. It's like if you're carpooling with someone and they steal all your stuff and run away in the desert. You'd probably be a little bit more mad about the stuff, you know? It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. As everyone's going up to the wake-up call with Zentha, Kalis says, Milo, can you report to the principal's office after this meeting?
And
Oh,
Milo's
boy.
like, I'll think about it.
Yeah. We'll get back to that real quick. But the wake-up call, Zentha is just incredibly tired. Kind of updates everyone's like, doesn't update everyone's like, I can see on your faces, you already know. All right, let's go.
Yep.
When we get to our destination, which I have written down at a later note, Shell City, for lack of a better
Yes.
term for right now.
Scarlitton.
Scarlitton. Why do I not have that at a higher note? Also, why did my notes just scroll without me? Anyway, once we get to Scarlitton, you're going to have a night on the town on me. My note is basically becoming Andrew WK, the party god,
Yes.
on her
but
tab.
Party days.
Yes.
She was a wild one during her college days.
Adrian would know. So we got our 2-day travel montage, in which we just basically get social interactions and preparing things for later use. And he makes a contraption.
Nothing important.
Well,
No conversations we need to talk about.
No,
Sat there and stared at each other awkwardly.
no, boy, do I have so many notes. So many notes. Then he makes a contraption, which is slightly out of order, but I will say I believe this is the improved headband to disguise the bleeding so that Kalis doesn't have to tell everyone the story that he is cursed.
Yeah, well, the mark of a betrayer god on your head tells its own story, and some people might not be patient enough to wait for your version of it. So, pretty crucial invention right here.
The explanation's easy. He fucked around and found out.
Yeah, fun fact, had she not done that, and he'd been walking around with that, he would have already been arrested by a bunch of pirates in the city, 100%.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, this would have gone a very different way. Melody saved you all a massive headache.
Nice.
I was talking about she didn't save me nothing. I wasn't there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I was just carpooling with him.
Yeah. Learns mind his own business with his 18 scars.
Oh yeah, you did roll for that.
Yeah.
Milo, instead of reporting to the principal's office, decides to wait for the principal to show up to his room, and just starts throwing a knife against the door, waiting for Kalis to throw up. Fraya tells a story that I've heard a few times before.
Oh, many times. How could I not, right?
I know, it's perfect. It's exactly that.
Tom, I know you're not listening, but
for brevity of the podcast's sake, a real-life friend was told not to throw knives in the house, immediately got a throwing knife, and was like, hey, check this out. Threw a knife in the door, and a quarter second later, that door opened.
Yep.
Oh, very close. Bren does not throw knives anymore. Well, at doors.
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
it's not my
true.
doors. Maybe so. I don't know.
There we go. As Principal Kalis goes to talk to Milo. Literally everyone butts in front of him. Tinny goes to talk to Milo first. Mikey in real life has to move his car, so then Tinny goes talk to Quilly.
I love that moment so much.
So good.
It was the
It's
timing
so
was
perfectly
so
timed.
beautiful.
Because
Yeah.
we all know Milo just doesn't want to have any of these conversations and will just hide in the corner before making any decision.
I know where he lives.
So-
I know he had to move that car.
Ah!
Yeah.
No, I don't think Mikey was making it up. It was just the timing
no.
was so good. It was just
No,
so
yeah.
fucking perfect.
Yeah. No, absolutely correct. None of us here blame Mikey for that. All of us here think that's a
Yep.
perfect way to play Milo.
Oh yeah.
So Tinny gives medicine to Quilly to try to help Quilly's, at this point, 3 levels of exhaustion. After being
I think it was 4 at that
4.
point.
Yeah.
maybe 4? Okay.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep. She
Yep.
got a night's rest, but
You know,
not
Yes.
enough.
not enough.
Yeah. Quilly takes that medicine. No immediate effect. Then Mikey comes back, so Tinny goes to Milo's room. Tinny apologizes for the day before when
She melted his head off with acid.
Yeah, not of her own volition after being taken over, but still.
Yeah. Still happened.
Yes. Milo's just like, yeah, it's cool, bruh. And Tinny's just like, okay, you're great. You're not hurt at all. And Milo's like, no. And this is where we get a mind-blowing explanation where Milo feels the most alive on the brink of death. Think of the most extreme adrenaline junkie. And that's apparently Milo's whole MO at this point.
It's the
just-
only explanation that makes sense, and it's the only explanation no one was fucking ready for.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't on camera, but I was dying. I was dying,
Oh.
dude. I was spinning in my chair, just hands in my face, crying. It was so fucking funny. Him saying
Everyone-
it was as funny as Tinny's reaction.
Yes. Everyone's reaction here is just like jaw on the floor, but also smiling a bit.
Dude, I was just
Because-
crying too. I was just weeping in my
Oh, yeah.
hands. I couldn't
You-
handle
Smiling
this.
Yeah,
because
you and
we
Izzy
finally
were just-
understand.
Yeah. Yep. It was the funniest shit. It was the funniest. I think I rewatched that part at least 5 times.
Me too.
It's just
And
it's so funny.
the fact that it's their first conversation they've ever had is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Fraya, did you make a short of that yet? Because like,
No, I'm going to. I have a bunch. There's a
Oh, yeah,
bunch from this
that's-
episode I have marked. I haven't had time to do that, but that's
Yes.
absolutely going to be one. It's ridiculous.
It was so funny. It was
Good
so out of
news.
pocket, just the way he explains it.
yes. I don't know why I remembered this right now, but good news for Blair and IronDan. I have who said it's these 2 episodes.
Oh,
I was too
Oh.
engrossed.
Not
I was too
testing
busy
that.
having fun.
oh, that's good. That's good. Well, we did tell you that this episode was a 180
different.
from the
Yeah.
previous
These
episode,
2.
right? Yep.
We surprisingly got an uncharacteristic 2 pretty lighthearted episodes. We had to wrap
Yeah.
up some of the trauma of the last episode right now, and then it was not smooth sailing,
Yeah.
but
You see what happens when Theron leaves the party? Like people cheer up.
Yeah, man. Fucking
you
hell.
can say that about
Tell you what.
Volcar too. You don't have to.
Okay, well that's valid. That's valid. But yeah, no, this whole Tinny Milo interaction is one of my favorites of the campaign
It's
so far.
gold.
Just it, no one's ready for it at all.
No.
Absolutely no one. And I know Tinny was walking in there with the intention of making him something to help him live more. And he said that, and Melody was like, well, I guess not.
Okay, you have to answer this for me. Was that written in his backstory, or did Mikey come with that on the fly?
No, that was all Mikey.
Oh fuck!
And when I talked to Mikey about it, Mikey was like, I've been waiting for the correct time to say it. I've been holding on to it for so long. And I was like, you long gamed the shit out of us,
I
dude.
knew it.
You fucking
You see-
monster.
At this point, it's like me, Melody, and you know Fraya and and Danny, we all sit and chat after a game for hours, and it was just me, Melody, and Danny, and I was like, guys, what if Mikey's just like the greatest schemer of all time, and he's just doing such a great job of not letting us in? They're like, no, and I'm like, I don't know, man, like. I think he's playing the long con
And like 2
here.
weeks later, this happens. It was pretty close. Yeah. So yeah, when I asked him about it, he was like, I realized that's definitely what's happening with Milo, and I've just been sitting on it. So good.
Incredible.
Yeah, because
So
I'm like
incredible.
either Mikey's like just not engaging in the story, or he's just cooking something up and just letting it simmer. And I was like,
Like
it's
a
gotta
good
be the
stew.
latter. Yep.
Yeah.
Because he pulled it out at the perfect time. It was so fucking funny.
God.
Legendary.
So
I haven't laughed that
amazing.
hard since his introduction. Because just the way his introduction went down was just so funny. But yeah,
Yeah.
That's incredible.
it's my favorite scene of the campaign.
It's so good. Give me a second to scroll back up in the notes. So then, after that wonderful nugget of information just dropped off of, dropped on us, and he's basically, okay, bye.
Yeah. I don't know how else you would exit that conversation.
No.
Yeah. She steps out of the room. Principal is about to step in, sees Tinny, and then just kind of like flustredly blushes, shuts the door again, which we'll get to in a sec. And then a few minutes later, Kalis, the principal, finally, after waiting an hour and having two
I
other
think so.
visits to Milo's room, enters Milo's room and immediately takes a dagger hilt to the dick. Perfect.
Delightful.
Absolutely perfect. The only
Delightful.
the only other perfect thing would have been a net. But
Yeah. Well, I think this is better
dick
because
dagger is better.
at some point you got to switch it up so he's not ready for it.
Oh yeah.
And like as
100%.
Mikey's like saying he's doing this, I was like, well, of course there's a chance he's gonna get hit by this. And I was like, wait, he's a halfling. It's right there, man.
Right there.
It's just
Right
it's
there.
the perfect height for this. So
Basically, Kalis asks Milo like if he's in or out. Are you going to be with the group? Because we're bending over backwards for you. And Milo's like, yeah, hang around. I'll hang around. Very Milo
I do like
way.
that Mikey pushes it so far,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just gives him, "I'm here, that's it." And I think he
Yep.
goes and like lays down or something like that. It's like it's
Yep.
just enough to know that Milo's like sort of getting the gravity of things here, but he's so aloof and such a shithead about it. It's just so
Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Played so well. Gosh.
good. And
This is
fulfilling the prophecy set by Theron that Kalis is going to be the one to bring the group together. Like immediately.
True.
Yeah,
That's true.
I know. And it's amazing because Danny had no idea any of that was said and immediately starts doing it. I was like, there you fucking go, man. Perfect.
There you go.
Man, start doing your job.
Tinny talks with Zentha up on the top of the ship. And they wistfully look over the side of the ship. That's just my note. That's
They do
pretty much
that.
how it goes.
Yeah.
Quilly throws a book at Kalis's wall. Basically,
Dude,
to
I gotta
remind
clip this
Kalis-
moment too. This one's really
Yes,
good.
you do. This is to remind Kalis that, hey, I can't fucking walk. Can you come over here to help me with prey? Which Derek, you immediately is like, as IronDan is like, yeah, she told you to come over there.
You can't walk, dipshit, or whatever the quote was.
Can't
It was so
walk,
good.
dipshit.
Something like that.
That's so good.
Mm.
Uh,
It's such a Quilly thing to do too.
such a Quilly thing.
It's also great too because like Derek heard the whole thing and it's like, oh, I could go over and try and help carry her. No, I'm just
No.
gonna reafirm what she said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Kalis, you dipshit, you help her.
Yeah.
He was the
We
guy
get-
that could wear heavy armor.
Yeah.
Who's the
He's-
guy that doesn't have like 7 strength? Oh yeah, right.
It's 8
Uh,
strength. Don't get it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Don't get
Sorry.
it twisted.
My bad.
It's only
Adrian's the weaker one. My
-1.
bad.
Only a -1, not a -2.
Yeah. There's a big difference there, man.
Yeah.
So we get Hayless teaching Quilly. Hayless teaching Quilly how he prays,
Yes.
which is basically putting his head in the corner and muttering under his breath.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
AKA
okay.
moping.
So none of us were ready for this one either.
No.
He says this, and it kind of takes a second for all of us as we process it. And for me, I was just like, yeah, that's very telling of his childhood and psychology for certain. Like that's a very big reveal for me. Hilarious moment. I loved it.
And there's so much good character work in these travel days.
Yeah, you guys
It's-
carried
it
this
was so
episode so
fun.
hard. So hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did so much.
Yeah. So,
I was about
you-
to say,
you
and we
did
didn't even
kind
get
of
to
carry this
Adrian.
episode, Blair. Let's
Oh,
be
much.
honest.
It's
But yeah, this
Hey,
prayer
you-
scene.
sitting there 2.5
I-
hours in silence is not easy.
Yeah.
It's
no,
not.
no. It's fair. It's fair. This prayer scene, I absolutely adore. It turned out so amazing. Like
It's very good.
Izzy, I know Izzy had been messaging me over the weekend, like, hey, I have a couple ideas on like a thing, and I've been like writing out like prayers and like drafting it and like doing all this. And I know I say it a bunch in the episode, I said it afterward, and I'll say it again on here. Izzy fucking crushed this.
Killed it. Yep.
So amazing. Just
Yeah.
funny enough, just engaging enough, just serious enough. So fucking good.
They did such a good job on this. So,
What's killer is
As-
like they did it in like such a just on brand Quilly way. Like it wasn't like a straightforward like confident prayer. It was like a I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but you know, I'm gonna give it my best shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Loved
so
it.
good.
So after we get all that, we get the Scarlitton arrival. We've arrived at Scarlitton. Shell City, as I also have in here. Unfortunately, it auto-corrected, so it's Sheel City, SHE''LL.
That's fine.
It's a shill, so
Yes.
whole city just a shill.
They just sell
Chill
gas.
City.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And
The Shell
this
game?
episode sponsored by no.
Yeah.
BP. Anyway. What we get Scarlitton is think of any beach resort town tourist trap.
Bro, it's Atlantic City.
You did it. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
It
I
is
was
AC.
honestly thinking the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
It's a bit
but-
of both, but it's more on the Atlantic City side.
Oh yeah,
At
it
least-
is.
At least the portions we get in depth with so far.
Ah, it's the boardwalk. It's the boardwalk.
Yeah. You see,
I'm
it
upset
makes
with
sense.
myself just because
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
I think it's a
Uh,
cool city. I enjoy it. Looking at it from a world design standpoint, I really like Scarlitton. Looking at it from I agree with Derek. I hate Scarlitton. I would never go there.
Yes.
But as a thing to put in the world.
No, that wasn't
I'm-
Derek. That was me.
Okay, fair.
That is
Yeah.
fair. I
I'm
do love
manifesting my hate for it through Derek.
perfect. That's so good. That adds such a nice flavor to that too, because Derek just despises this place except for like 2 shops.
Like, you know, you're a sorcerer. You can't hate on any place that sells magical stuff.
And that
That's fair.
one shopkeep, which I have notes on later, is very cool, and I cannot wait to get back to that. Yeah, right. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll
Make
get
sure you
there.
find your lists.
Nope.
That sucks.
I spent 5 hours remaking it. It's
I
fine.
bet, man.
Oh, you remade. Well,
I
that
lost
sounds
it.
Very fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It was gone. I was like,
Oh.
fuck this. I put a clearance section in there too, just because I felt bad about losing it. So yeah.
Yeah,
we'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
we will. We will. Everyone.
So,
Why did I forget the names of the ship?
Dear Sentinel.
The Deer Sentinel.
Yep.
Docks, lands,
Whatever. Stops moving.
Yes.
stops moving, and we
magic
get
ship. Like, what do you want?
everyone disembarks and we are introduced to someone else disembarking that we were not ready for. In so many ways, we get Balafar, a man. If I knew Ric Flair's intro by heart, I would say I would
Yeah.
describe Balafar as that.
I can see that.
Oh man, hold on.
Ric Flair, Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
Ric Flairo?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flairo.
Yeah.
Jack Flairo?
Actually, yeah, it's better.
Yep.
I'm doing a quick Google to see if I can get anything about that. Stylin', profilin'. Yeah, that. If anyone here knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I suggest to look it up, and I'll probably put it in next episode because I don't want to take more time looking for this. Anyway, we get his introduction, and oh boy, do we immediately have a big heel that everyone hates. Zentha hates that there was a stowaway.
Popular with the ladies.
Oh, all right. This is very provocative, inflammatory.
Inflammatory. That's a good word for it.
To Tinian Quilly, very much thinks he's all that. Tinian and Quilly are about ready to kill him, and Zentha, I believe, immediately draws blood too. Of like, shut up, get the fuck out.
When
Don't fucking talk
said
to me.
he called Quilly, what was it, darling or dear or something?
Yes.
And Quilly was like, don't say that, and he says, it's like, whatever you say, orange-haired goddess. All of us. We cringe.
Yes.
I was like, oh, Josh, how do you do it, man? Oh, it's so
Yes.
slimy. It was so in character too, though. It was like, oh,
Very
awful.
pirate, not used to dealing with normal women.
Like people who
Yeah.
have, thoughts and
There.
feelings.
Yep.
There it is. All right, so I'm not putting it in the next episode because I quickly found it. The stylin', profilin', limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. And that is exactly what
Balafar is.
Balafar
That's what
thinks
Val thinks
of
he
himself.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keyword there, thanks. Keyword there, thanks.
So good.
Anyway, do we remember many episodes back when Kalis got some information from the Crown, and the Crown basically owed a favor or something to the Crown.
Yes.
Valafar seems to be the physical manifestation of that debt.
Keyword there seems to be. Can't verify it.
Not yet,
But
but that's the hypothesis we're all going off of here.
Yep. He
Or at
knew
least-
a lot of stuff about White Claw and other specifics that seem that he at least knows what he's talking about. So
Yes.
who knows?
Anyway, at this point, Zentha is very much in need of a drink. We go to the Velvet Star, where Zentha gets everyone drunk. Like, puts down way too much money, puts down way too much drinks and food and high-end rooms for everyone to be like, forget all of the horror and trauma that we've had to deal with going through the arms of Elysium.
Mhm.
Thank you for saving Tinny.
Casual.
we burned it.
Yes.
Most of them only died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I walked away unscathed.
Yeah, unscathed.
That's a word.
Yep.
Yeah.
Physically. We'll go with physically unscathed. for
No,
Jerry.
Yeah,
no.
that
I would go with not dead. And not a step below that.
Who
Um,
said sources are squishy?
As long as you bless.
And haste. But
And haste.
yeah, everyone gets drunk. I figured everyone would more so the players, but also the characters would benefit from a good old let's go get drunk and this time maybe not be quite so sad for the first time in the campaign.
Boy, nobody told that to Derek.
We're not sad, but my next note is, oh no, he's a fucking bard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valfar is a bard.
Yeah.
Is a bard.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
cannot wait to talk to Josh to know how do you have such a wonderful plethora of shanties that you can just draw off of at a moment's notice.
I'll tell you this. I will make sure Josh is in the next episode of this, just for you.
Okay.
100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's insane. And it's
I like the little detail I put in there of Zentha not letting him sit down.
mm-hmm.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
own the place.
I thought that was a good little moment there. Yeah. Like, it's kind of the first time the party got to see her, like, being a boss bitch and not just, like, hanging out with friends, kind of.
Yeah. I remember Zentha wasn't pushing drinks on anyone. Dan, please correct me if I'm wrong, because my memory could be foggy. Did Derek refused drinks at other spots, right?
Yeah, but this is a special occasion.
Okay. Good,
Yeah.
good. Because
He
I
hates
remember
Scarlitton.
you did something later when you were
Yeah.
drinking. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was not expecting you to drink.
Yeah, he doesn't
Special
usually.
occasion in
He
Scarlitton
doesn't.
makes sense.
Because he makes stupid decisions when he's drunk.
Oh,
Oh, we do.
you never got drunk with the party before, have you?
He
Can't remember.
drank, but never got, like, wasted.
Yeah, he would have a
can't
little
remember.
bit, but it was like, yeah, Quilly and Kalis and Volcar are always drunk as
drinkers,
fuck, and
yeah,
Derek is
yeah,
like, you know,
Aaron.
has a little bit.
He's the guy that finishes his first beer when everyone else is, like, 12 in.
Yep.
Yep.
As Valafar's. Has anyone ever been to a Renaissance fair, where they have like a dirty poet?
No.
I have.
No.
Okay.
But
Probably the same one as you, honestly.
It's PA Ren Fair.
Yeah.
Up in the corner right by the bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's exactly who I was thinking of during this. But notably, there are little things that shift when Valafar is singing. Like a window goes from circular to square, back to circular, and a chair turns into a crate and then back. Which is just a flash of very intriguing power that we don't get to see on full force here, but I'm very curious to see where that goes.
He do be tricksy.
Yeah. Blair, you're going to show up here soon, I swear.
we're good.
That was in the episode.
Yeah. I was chilling.
Yeah.
You were.
He was sending he was shit talking to Discord so fucking hard. It was I kept because a lot of times people will actually send like meaningful
information?
stuff,
Nah, it's not
and so I
meaningful.
have to look at the message, and I just keep looking over all these like just shit posts and gifs and memes and shit, and like everything you had to say was just awful and hilarious, and you were killing me. You were
There's a
killing
time
me.
where like Tinny's knocking on Danny's door and she's like, okay, are you okay? He's like, no, and it's like, dude, it sounds like you're shitting in there, man. like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's really fun is I get notifications when these chats are going on, but I try not to have spoilers.
Oh yeah.
But when there's 100 messages coming through, I'm like, what's going on?
Ah, fuck yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
No, it's better that way, I think, because then you're like,
It is.
what is like
Yeah.
if you caught any from last time, you might have been very confused on the few
Yeah.
that bled through
Well,
there.
I
Tinny's
specifically
like, are you
remember this. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's just serious. It's just like Tinny, Tinny's just like, are you okay? He's like, no. And he's like, okay. Do you need help? He's like, I'll be out in a minute. And I'm like, dude, are you shitting or like?
No one caught my glory hole joke there, by the way, and that made me very
Aw.
sad. Or at least no one reacted to it, which made me
I was
very
probably
sad.
laughing at something else.
Um,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I specifically remember the dude, are you shitting in there moment. And I'm
Yeah.
like, did Danny walk away and not mute his mic? What's going on?
yeah. I was like, I'm like,
That's hilarious. That's fucking great. Oh my god.
To further a subplot that's been going on in this episode, Xantha tells Tinny in not quiet terms, "Yeah, Kalis is cute." And both Kalis and Tinny blush, mostly but not entirely from the alcohol. Then my next note is just Kalis punches Derek. Accident.
That
I'm
whole
sure
moment
Kalis-
is so good.
God.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Valafar tried to
Goofy indeed.
steal from everyone, basically.
Yeah.
Milo tries to steal from Valafar, who failed at stealing. Maybe
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Halloumi.
There's like 12
There's a
things
lot that
going
goes on.
Milo failing at stealing? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Swords and knives are at like everyone's throat. Kalis to Valafar, no Valafar to Kalis, and then Adrian holds. Well, we don't know it's Adrian first. Blair casts.
Blair's
hold
voice
person.
comes from the ether and says,
Yes.
"I would like to cast Hold Person," and everyone
Yes.
loses their fucking mind.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, oh, this is the perfect moment to just cut in.
It is. There's a cat on my lap, so I'm slightly distracted. But of course, the Philadelphian in me, once I hear the name, Adrian.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, Rocky.
Every time, every single time.
Every time.
Yep.
You diffuse the situation, and almost immediately, Xantha would like to get out of here and go upstairs with you.
Yeah. I was
Yep.
surprised by it. I wasn't expecting it.
I know.
Actually, I didn't
I'm
know he was
aware.
gonna do it. So Adrian was just like, "Oh yeah, we're about to go to the brothel. Like we're done. You know, I'm done reading this shitty book, and you know, with my work day." It's like, "Oh yeah, lady's gonna come to me. Psh, I don't have to pay for it. Oh yeah, hell yeah."
Yes.
So,
Silent
just so
I
you
love
know,
limousine
Ben,
riding.
Nope.
Go ahead.
just so you know, we had discussed, we knew Adrian was there. And I knew Xantha was not letting anyone not go to this place. It was like, I got him here, captive audience, they're going to be here. Adrian's there, and he'll be introduced somehow. And that was kind of like, we'll figure it out. And as the stuff's going on, I'm like, damn, what am I going to do with Adrian? And then you just nailed it. You cut in at the perfect time, and I was like,
Yeah.
problem solved. And now everyone gets to think that I'm some mastermind and I set this up somehow. No, that was just Blair. That was just Blair
Yeah.
being really, really opportunistic.
I pictured it being a
And-
very quiet establishment until this group walked in.
Yes,
Yeah.
certainly. And yeah, it was, I had to reward it. So I already kind of knew, like, drunk Xantha, you know, her demeanor, and I was like, well, we got this handsome young well-to-do lad who's gonna be around now, and I was like, you know, maybe there'll be some, and then you did that, and I was like, done deal. That's it.
Hey, I'm just glad you didn't make me roll the performance check, man. I was dreading it. I was like, please,
I
don't
considered it,
don't-
but
don't
I
leave
was
this up
like-
to the dice.
I gotta give this to him. I was like, he's just gotta, he's gotta get this win. I can't take this incredible introduction away from you.
Yeah. I just love Adrian. Like his little introduction is him cast a spell, got laid, and fucked off.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
it. Just this little 1 minute cameo. Could have been any other NPC. Like, in a, you know, it could have been a fucking, you know, TV show where just this random guy walks up. You have no idea he's gonna be a main character.
Yeah.
Of course, at this point, I'm just like, man, we've got two more people that are just like very brash, very bold. How are these dynamics going to work? Don't have to worry that long, because immediately we are slightly distracted by a subplot again. Kalis and Tinny go out to the balcony, and Kalis gives Tinny the now unattuned, unused half of the Best Friends Forever bracelet.
Yep.
Bracelet,
Amulet.
pendant thing, amulet.
Yeah,
That's the
whatever.
word.
Same thing.
And talk about friend
Tinny-
zoning someone.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. That's
Tinny-
hilarious.
I believe at this point, this is where Tinny actually gives him. No, it had to have been.
Wait,
before.
should
What did
I
Tinny
hang
give?
on, Dan? You might have just done it. Should I eventually upgrade it and give it an ability called Friend Zone?
Zone of friend. Meow.
I might
Please
have to
do.
do this.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Please do. It's actually
I-
a vestige.
It could
and
be.
it's now in its awakened state.
It's going in my notes right now.
Okay. I'll tell him I said that.
Yeah, it's we can
Excellent.
blame me for it. It's fine.
Yeah.
As long as he
Anyway,
doesn't watch
yeah,
this episode.
yeah.
Raya made the note. Raya put it
Yeah.
in the.
It's always my fault.
I at this point forgot what Tinny gave Kalis, but they exchange pleasantries.
The
And then
circlet.
they exchange a circlet. Yes.
This is when she gives it to him to cover the
Yes.
scarring. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And this scene is so cute, it's disgusting.
So cute. They exchange cheek kisses too. Oh, it's so cute.
You got a high school romance going on downstairs, and you got a college romance going on upstairs.
And the other
and
college
then you
experience.
have and then you have the other college experience going on simultaneously as Derek's drunk texting. So
Yup.
it's-
Derek, completely wasted, uses his Stone of Sending.
Yeah.
And ooh, boy, are you getting yourself? How big's that
Hashtag
hole you
you
dug?
up.
Hashtag you up.
Oh man, I was telling them post game, I was like, I almost had Adrian come back downstairs for like another drink, just to chime in on like seeing Derek, drunk test packs out. But I was like, we're on a time crunch. I better not. I so
Something wouldn't
badly
let him
wanted to.
leave.
No, he would have said something like, oh man, I feel for you, but I gotta go back for round 2, or something like that.
Okay, that would have been fucking delightful.
something like that along the
Oh my
lines, right?
God. Oof.
But
Flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing.
yeah,
Yeah.
After all of that transpires, we have
Yeah.
the morning, where Zentha immediately is like, me and Tinny have to go to Zilphine now.
Zyphus.
Bye, Tinny.
no,
Zyphus.
yeah, too many
Yes.
Z's,
Zyphus.
Freya. Lay off the Z's, man.
They're all
Yeah.
X's, dude, mostly. But yes.
Sorry. Wrong.
No, you're fine. You got the Velvet Star, which
At one point.
kudos on that one, actually.
So again, remember how half the time I'm like driving while listening to the podcast? This week I added a new thing where I was on 2 separate 20 and 25 minute runs while listening. So I'm running while trying to make these notes.
That's amazing.
But for now, bye, Tinny. Tinny has to go back home. Derek,
Never
Tinny a
coming
scroll
back.
of bless. Derek, your scroll of blesses are just every time there's a scroll of bless, I'm like, yes. So
I need to get more. I actually need to get more materials to make scrolls now.
yeah.
I'm glad you're doing that job. Even though I'm the scroll scribe, I'm just sitting there like, I don't want to fucking chime into Freya and waste his time by getting all these materials.
That's cool, dude. It's not wasting my time. If you need what you need, man.
Tell you in between episodes.
That's fair.
Valafar, even though just met Tinny, flicks a coin off of the balcony. I don't know where Valafar exactly
Yeah,
was. Flicks a
balcony.
coin over to Tinny that has that you think is a gold piece, but is a Valafar owes you 1 favor, but it's a minor illusion and immediately disappears. Great.
Yeah. Not sure how to read that one, but it's very Val, so.
It's like getting 25 tokens to an arcade, but only that one arcade. And you don't know if there's an expiration date on it or if the
And
arcade's
it's
going to
really
be
far
open
away.
You don't even know if
and
the
it's
arcade
kind of
works.
trashy, and you're not
Yeah.
really sure if you want to go there. Yeah. But it's something.
next. Yeah.
They have a Nintendo Switch for one of the prizes, so
Yeah.
Kalis, very much as the very last second, wait, falls on his face, and then just goes for a kiss on Tinny's lips, which Tinny doesn't pull away from. It's a very wonderful, heartfelt moment. It's interrupted by Zentha saying, "Great, we have really sad stuff to do. We out."
Yep.
yep.
I love that scene, and I love Danny willingly having Kalis just eat shit.
Oh yeah.
Both just as the reference to the start of the whole story, but just it's just so good. And oh no, that's next episode. Yeah, never mind. Know what I was gonna say.
What was the reference to the start of everything? Because
Oh my god.
that wasn't recorded. So can we dive into that now?
Theron had been like kind of like mind controlled by the very first monster that we were encountering.
Oh yeah.
So Theron's trying to go for this, like, was it a coin? I can't remember.
It's a
what
stone.
It was a stone. He's trying to go for this stone, and Kalis is trying to stop Theron. And so Fraya is just like, hey, like, Kalis, roll an athletics check. Theron, roll a acrobatics check, and whoever, gets the higher roll, if Kalis succeeds, he grapples Theron. I roll like a 19. I'm like, yeah, I think I got this. And then Kalis is just like,
That one.
a 1. And
That
then,
one's
yep. And then Freya's just like, Kalis, you run up and you just eat shit.
Yeah, he just slides in the mud, just hits the ground, slides up to Theron, who just steps over him.
It was our very first session, so I didn't know, his DM style. So when he said, like, he's like, Kalis, you just eat shit, I'm just like, oh, okay.
I mean, you're wearing heavy armor, you're wet, it's dark, you're running in the mud, you're against this nimble ass elf who just stunts on you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, you're eating shit. I don't care, man.
We-
And
yeah,
everyone had already been kind of shitting on Kalis from the
A little
get go,
bit,
so I had to meme it up a little bit there. So that's the reference that he pulls back in this
before
amazing moment.
Milo, Kalis was kind of the butt of all our jokes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
So back to the episode. Tinny goes home, sees mom and dad. Mom and dad are not doing well. They
Yep.
have the parasite, as we've learned, and have had it for a lot longer than Tinny. But the Everbright tear,
The Rainbow Bright.
right? Rainbow Bright.
No.
That's
be
right.
right
Yeah,
back.
the problem is
I can't believe I
really-
got you.
I was
no.
really
This
trying
was
not to
so
say
the
that.
the Evertier was the one that they were trying to get, and this is you could call it the Evertier Mark II, if you will, the new one.
Mhm.
Doesn't have an official name, but we can call it that.
I'll be right back.
Copy that.
The tear slowly seems to kind of just does its own thing, and just kind of hovers back and forth between mom and dad, slowly restoring them to not full health, but mom.
Doing whatever it's doing. The nanobots are working.
The nanobots are working. Mom speaks for the first time in apparently a while. Dad is just kind of more at ease. More, better.
Comatose is what I would go
Comatose,
with. Yeah.
but
Well,
not
he's-
struggling
he's-
as much.
Yes, doing a little bit better, but not conscious.
Yeah. We get some then backstory from Zentha, who I think my notes are a little thin here, it seems. Took on debt with the consortium to build a very annoying waterfall thing. Oh, hi Miu.
Yeah, so I'm actually not going to further explain that right now because
Okay.
none of the viewers and no one else in the party understands what any of that means. And I imagine we'll be in Zyphus at some point more to explore.
I'm glad I wasn't confused for no reason.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's
Right.
there's a
Okay,
reason.
cool.
It was like Tinny knew what I was saying, Melody knew what I was saying, I knew what I was saying. One other person in the party knows what I'm talking about, and that's it. And I left it that way intentionally, so you could get enough of like, you understood the stuff about her adopting this halfling boy and him dying, being sick, and all that, and the rest is like I get that it's bad, but I don't know exactly what it means. So I won't elaborate on that, but yeah, it's a heavy scene.
Culminates with Zentha telling Tinny, go do what you want. Go travel. Go see things. Go. And Zentha still promises, you can teleport back here. I'll teleport you back here if you want, if you need. But long story short, hey, welcome, Melody. Full time.
Yep. Unfortunately, we don't have Melody for this as much as I wanted to.
No,
but
it's okay.
Yeah,
We'll-
this
we'll-
was actually a big question mark for a couple months. It's like
Yeah, dude.
I had a while ago, I had been like, when I saw like how long this tinny thing was like starting to go, I was like, hey, Melody, if you want, I'm not even going to say this to anyone else in the party yet, but I'm telling you, me and everyone else in the party would love to have you around full time. If you are so inclined, you are more than welcome. We would love to have you here. And there were some questions to some other game timings and some other stuff, and so it was just kind of waiting for that. And then as people could sense we were getting close to the end of the tinny arc, everyone was like coming into this episode, everyone was like, I swear to God, Melody, you can't leave us. And Melody had told me like 2 days beforehand, hey, I'm gonna join full time. So I didn't even know until a couple days before the episode. And Ben's flying around.
Miyu, the
Alright.
cat has laid on the mouse. I don't mean to do this.
No,
I'm
this is
sorry.
fine. This is hilarious.
He said,
I'm just gonna let it happen.
fly.
I'm just gonna let it happen. I don't even care. This is fucking great. For those listening, Ben's webcam is just flying around the screen occasionally now. But yeah. Anyway, I had just learned that this was happening pretty recently, and I was really excited. And to start the episode, everyone for like 5 minutes was like, "Melody, if you leave, we're gonna cry." And she was just like, "You know, it happens. You know, it's the end of the arc."
I'm going to ask too, Blair and Dan, did you guys know that Melody was going to be joining?
No, I was
until
like,
the-
No one knew.
Like my
No
heart
one.
sank the moment where like Zolfine was like, "Okay, time to go." I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like she's not
Yep.
coming back.
You can
It was
see it on
insane.
everyone's faces. Like, it's like heavy, and I'm just like, I know we're about to have this heavy ass scene, and no one's ready for it. No one knew. Yeah, complete secret.
Aw. That's incredible, slightly mean, but for the best
Well, I
payoff.
didn't
especially 'cause
know
you're
until
creating
48
content.
hours before it, so
I
it's like
know.
I'm not gonna spoil it now. Like, we have the best way to make this happen, and it happened to be the end of the episode. So, yeah.
And it was the end of the episode. That is episode 17. We
I
have
think-
acquired 3
I think
new.
I think what really sold me on like her not joining the party was when Fraya was like, "I know we're going over time, but I really need to finish this last scene." And I was like, "Ah, fuck, he's gonna give a proper send off to Tinny." So I was like, "Oh yeah, she's."
And I intentionally built a scene that felt like a proper send off,
Yeah.
because I'm an asshole, but also it needed to happen, you know.
Yeah.
But
You're a content creator, and genuinely surprised reactions are very good content. Also, you're an asshole.
I feel like more of a dick when you call me a content creator, to be honest. Like, I'd rather be
know.
an asshole than a content creator.
I knew that.
Yeah.
That's why I picked those words.
Yeah, it's fine. I've earned it. I've been torturing, this group for months now, so it's fine. I'll accept my title as content creator. I'm gonna start clickbaiting now. Clickbait titles. Get
Really
ready.
had a post. a few
Big red
days ago,
arrows
like,
in the circle.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Found the thumbnails.
It's just gonna be like Tinny's face, just like really big, zoomed in. She's like, she kissed his what? Yeah.
This thumbnail is shocked reaction faces.
Yeah. It's coming. Now it's gotta happen now. It's canon. But anyway, yeah. Episode ends. I really love this episode, start to finish. It's such a roller coaster. You just go from Theron to like everyone's like, what the fuck? And no one knew that he was leaving. There were like people were wondering, but no one knew that was happening. They had no idea we were starting the episode with me kicking Blair out. And we just get all the Milo shit and the Quilly praying and like every little thing. Like there's so many, as you said earlier, Ben, there's so many amazing little character moments in here, and then some huge ones. And I love this episode so much. This one was so much fun.
And it doesn't let up.
No,
It doesn't.
it's very
There's no-
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no downtime. There's no parts. Like I went through my notes here and went, wow, why do I have so much for this episode? But it all feels either entertaining or important
Or both.
consistently. Well,
Yeah.
or both.
Yeah. And
Not that you
dude,
guys aren't entertaining or
Adrian's
important.
intro. Ugh. just chef's kiss. Couldn't have written it better. Absolutely could not.
Hey.
Yeah, any other notes, comments? Let me move you back now that it seems your cat's done.
I need more
Well-
drunk text from Derek.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Now you know why he
Uh,
doesn't get drunk.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Every time you use that fucking sending stone, I'm like, oh, here we go.
I
Oh,
love
just
the
wait.
sending
Every time.
stone.
It's so funny.
At some point, it's gonna happen at the worst time. The worst
Yeah.
Oh,
time.
I bet. Yeah, we're all trying to stealth through
Yes.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
said
holding
what
on to
to
it for
who?
so long.
Yeah.
It could be
I know.
anything. It could be any update, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be the worst moment. I'm
Yeah.
going to. There's gonna be a moment where Dan, I know you've already had like minor regret with it, but there's gonna be a moment where you're like, I hate myself for giving you this item. It's coming
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
So
Like,
It is.
like, 'cause he told me like anyone rolled a nat one during the stealth and stealthing around that monster, it
Yep.
would have gone off.
Arms of Elysium, I was thinking about
Oh,
using it
shit.
there. Yeah,
Oh my
if
God.
anyone, if it was bad enough on stealth there, it was going off there, and you were all getting.
There's no way
blasted.
though with the past trace going on.
Well, there's
Shit.
way. You could still
There's still
technically like most of you
in
could
that
still get
one.
like 12s.
Yeah, true.
So like,
Fuck.
but
Like
it
we all
didn't
wrote
happen.
nat ones, then
Yeah. But anyway,
Cell phone. Sending stone cell phones. Like anytime it comes up, I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally startled me. You. Sorry. But, so yeah, that's the
Messing
end of
with my
episode.
fucking camera. That's what that was.
Uh,
So starting off episode 18.
Yep.
Work hard, play hard. That was it. I said win hard, play hard.
That same thing.
sort of. Yeah,
same
honestly.
thing.
The banter beforehand, my note here. So wait, Danny speaks German? Wait, how fluent is he? He doesn't have to show us or tell us. Just
Oh, his mother's
Conversation?
like completely German. Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I know he grew up speaking. I don't know if he's fluent anymore, but yeah, he speaks. He definitely speaks more than I do. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have one quote here that could be my only potential who said it, but it's so like easy to figure out. I'm not even going to. General Shenaniganery.
I know shenaniganery.
Oh,
Probably me.
not
That
an
feels
immediate.
like-
Okay.
it feels like me.
Let's-
No. Is it for you, Freya?
I would
Yeah,
describe
that sounds
something
about
like
right.
that.
Yeah, that sounds
yeah,
about
right.
brand. Yeah,
Yeah, that's me. That's got to be me.
It is Freya. Yeah.
Because
that
anytime I
sounds
say
like- sounds
general
like Caleb
anything,
say.
that is fair. Anytime I say general, and then anything after it, I imagine it like talking about a person, like a general. So general shenaniganery is just I'm cursed with it every time.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a plague.
Oh. Like, oi, to actual episode things. We wake up from the rest, and Quilly is clear of her exhaustion.
Yep.
The medicine Tinny gave her expedited that process.
Yes,
Nah,
it
I think
did.
she's just 19. You know, she can chug and rally. You know, easier than most.
Yeah, just becoming
Yep.
unintentionally
Sure.
becoming the avatar of a god against your will as all your friends are dying. You know, 19,
nah,
you're fine. You got this.
Yeah.
Small flu at best, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
Tinny again
Right.
coming in clutch for the party. That saved Quilly from being still at 2 points of exhaustion here.
Yes.
Would have been interesting.
Derek kind of goes around and asks the rest of the party, "Hey, anyone notice me drunk texting last night? Did I? No? No one?
Oh,
Okay."
Okay, what happened when we figured that we were trying to figure that out? Okay, so the only reason he texted that much, what he said during the text, because I wrote a nat one on his con save.
Yep.
So and then Freya had me roll to see if he remembered, and I wrote a nat 20. Remember,
Yes.
tell
so
the
that's
story,
bullshit.
I tell a story. They always tell a
Eh?
story for you.
Yeah, look,
Yep.
all those dice are now in here. They're locked forever.
Oh, you have a dice jail.
Still.
I don't have nearly enough to do that. I would have no dice left.
Incredible.
That's great. At some point, you could
Like-
sell that for way too much money. Just hold on to that.
What?
Just eBay it eventually or something.
Cursed dice.
Derek's
Good.
cursed dice.
Yeah.
Wait 1 year and you can sell it around Halloween again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give these money-making ideas to the economist major / now banker.
Hey man.
I'll find ways.
Yeah, wait till I hire you, man. It's coming.
Make better. Get me out of state college.
I'll try. But yeah, drug texting. Derek checks in. There's a couple other
Yes.
tiny things I think that I
There are.
can't
I
remember
have-
off the top of my head.
Valifar kind of apologizes. Not
Oh, yeah.
really.
Half-assed.
Half-assed.
Yeah, he's like,
I've
sorry, I
been
was
watching-
quite that shitty. I was only going to be like sort of shitty.
More
Yeah.
genuine Vokar.
Yeah.
I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows. So my
Oh,
note
no.
for this is
Me too.
in Nando's voice, this fucking guy.
Yeah. That's so fucking good. Oh my god.
Then we get the Sending Stone response,
Yeah.
which I didn't write down all of the quote, but kind of boils down to, if you miss us, then why did you leave?
Specifically, if you miss me.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually drafted out a few different versions of that. And I decided that mild passive aggression to end it after actual useful information was the way to really hammer that one in. I think it
very
came
well.
across pretty well.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
Dan's face when I said it. He just shook your head, and I was like, "Yep, got him."
Woof.
Never talk to your exes, man. Never ends well for you.
We're not X. It's
It's complicated.
It's
They're on a
complicated.
break.
They're on break, yeah.
We were on. Well, then we
Yeah.
get.
I think it's just Adrian, right? After that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adrian has a mission from Zentha? At least not of information from Zentha. The mission is from
yeah.
the Seekers.
Yes.
A lot of information from Zentha. I literally have a note here that says zone out. I might have just been like running or something at that point and like came to like 10 minutes later. I'm like, I missed stuff. I was like going back. I'm like, where was I? Where was I? And just went forward. I'm like, I'll have to ask.
We've all
I'm
been there
sorry.
on RPGs. We've all done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, Zentha, she's a gossip, as we've learned, and to no
Mhm.
one's surprise, she mentioned that they were there to do something with the museum. And because we needed Adrian in our story, conveniently, it happened to line up with some stuff. So look at that.
oh, the kids are calling it these days.
completely planned from the beginning.
Been there for a couple weeks. Needed to hire a group.
Yeah.
Slept with this chick. Told him about all their heroic feats. Told him about where they were going. He's like, "Oh, hey,
That lines
that
up.
lines up. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that place I've been staking out. That's cool.
Yeah.
Convenient.
yeah."
And it's a
Adrian
fun
orders
scene
a
when
lot
he
of
tells
food.
them. Yeah. Oh yeah. You order like everything.
Yeah, order a
Yep.
bunch of food because he's gonna bring them up and feed them and talk
Yep.
their ear off.
Yep.
Get on their
The
good
party.
side.
The party goes upstairs to your room, and we meet Chuck.
Yep, Chuck Wellius.
Chuck Wellius. You are both seekers, kind of specialized agents of Erithus.
Yep.
Erithus is a noble. Valahar does not like Erithus. as we learned
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
So Erithus is the god of the law.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Judge
you
Dredd.
know, yeah, Judge Dredd. Val is
Yep.
I am the law.
Val. I almost Judge Dredd. God damn it. Val is the god of
Lawlessness.
fuck 12.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah.
Duo you could put together there. Yeah.
I did not put together. You guys put together unknowingly.
Unknowingly.
Yeah, you both came to me with character ideas, and I was like, "This is fucked. This is so fucked."
Because originally I was like, oh man, like, you know, if we're losing our cleric, I should play a cleric. And I was like, well, probably could use a wizard. I don't know if Volkar's coming back later on in the story, so I'm just not gonna roll a cleric. You know, and it all worked out.
Yeah,
The interaction between oh
there's a lot here.
God, everything. Chuck, Adrian, Malvar. I just said, what frat did I walk into?
Yeah.
I never, me and Freya never planned how Chuck and him would
No.
interact with one another. Not
It-
once. I just threw it
It
out there. and I
started
was
to
like,
exist in the
Yeah.
in episode 17. I was just like, "Yeah, Chuck would be here," and I was like, "Who's Chuck? I know what Chuck is," and I was like, "Yeah, here we go." And then yeah, this scene is just like, this is just how it happened, and
Yep.
there was no discussion. This was not planned at all.
Yep, all improv. It was just like, I'm just gonna throw this horrendous insult, and I know Freya's gonna be able to keep up with it. And it just got
Tried our
worse.
best.
Just got
You
worse.
did. You did it.
Yep,
Oh man.
proud of it.
Styling, profiling,
Yep,
Everything right.
again.
Yeah,
Part
lying,
5.
kiss stealing.
Yep. There's a reason they don't let these two patrol the streets of Vasselheim.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a reason they're
Yeah.
they're on special missions away
Yep.
from the goddamn city.
Yeah.
And Chuck's on vacation.
Yep. Chuck's on vacation.
Yeah, he be.
Right. But we get what I just have written down as coin mission. Conveniently in the museum. It is to retrieve a special but not showy coin. And my notes are thin here. So please remind me what that coin is.
Yeah, Adrian, take it away.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the episode. I don't think Adrian fully explains it to the group what the coins are. But basically, Wolf had a number of champions back during the war, and they were all basically powered by these coins. So the war is over. The coins are all scattered across Exandria, and those are one of the things that the Seekers are looking for. The Seekers go out into the world and retrieve magical artifacts and bring them back to Erithus, where Erithus decides what to do with them. So there was a very bad incident on Wildmount involving one of the coins, and because of it, the Order of Erithus' priority on the coins got bumped to the tippy top. And so the whole backstory for Adrian is that he was in Wildmount, called back to Vasselheim because there was rumor that another coin was being auctioned or showed off in Scarlitton in a museum. So they recalled him, and he went down there to scope it out.
And Chuck was like, I want to hang out on the beach for a bit because I'm working
Yeah.
hard. So he went down there too.
Yep. On the company credit card too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking man, if they'll
Yeah,
pay.
they can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
auction is tomorrow, so the group needs to strike tonight to get the coin before it's auctioned off. Tomorrow being, I believe it's the 5th of whatever month.
Yeah.
Danny's the calendar man. I don't pay attention
Yeah.
to any of that.
Yeah, that
Basically,
is Danny's
today's
job.
the
Me and
4th.
Danny.
Yeah.
Today's the 4th. The auction is on the 5th.
Yeah.
Everyone here knows why I'm hammering that point home. Also,
Swear,
I believe you
if I
said
make a world, it's just gonna be like month 1, month 2, month 3.
Yeah.
All
The moment
all
I
have
realized
30
it's not,
days.
there's not like 30, 31 days in the month, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is too hard. Like,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
know.
you and yeah.
Yeah, no,
Danny Frey got this.
I would handle it differently. The easy way is just use our goddamn calendar. Just use it. It's just easier.
Yeah.
But
You know,
Yep.
yeah, this one's
do it
really
the
weird.
way,
I actually, go ahead.
I said do it like summer 1, summer 2, summer 3, spring 1, spring 2, spring 3.
Yes.
I have
yes.
30 days. Easy
Actually,
to remember.
just saw the math on the Exandrian calendar a couple days ago because for the new campaign, the new Wildmount campaign that's going to be hitting the channel soon-ish. I needed to line up some things with some other things, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to just remind myself of the calendar. The seasons change so much in duration. It's crazy. I think it was spring. Spring was like 40 days longer than one of the other seasons. I was like,
Mhm.
how did you let this happen? This is insanity. So it's a weird calendar. It's like 328 days, I think. But not divided in a way that is like enjoyable to try and remember. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it is what it is.
So, yeah,
Anyway,
usually if I got to keep track of time, I'm just like, Danny, how long has it been?
Where is this?
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Kayla's
But anyway,
calendar.
it's the 4th. Yes.
I take
Or-
notes on
yes.
everything else except that fucking calendar. Yeah.
Auction tomorrow. So, in order to prepare, and also because we need to, we now are in a tourist town, and it's a great time to spend all of our gold. That's right, it's a shopping montage.
I remembered the thing that we forgot at the start of the episode,
Oh,
which is that we are learning that Scarlitton is apparently a walking flash mob.
it is a walking.
Not planned.
Musical
This just
flash
happened
mob.
in here.
Oh.
Musical City just came to life here, and
You decided to
I
just make
think
it worse.
it's
If
just
we're
so.
gonna hate it, We're gonna make sure we
Oh,
never
yeah.
come back.
Exactly. Just
Maybe
imagine
love it
Atlantic
here.
City, but with flash mob musicals. Yeah. Oh God, that's terrifying. But yeah, I just kept thinking throughout the entire episode of like where the musical would be at around the scene. So for me, I had a lot of fun internally with this.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's an important thing to bring up.
Yes, it is. I had some notes of it. I'm surprised they haven't showed up sooner. Adrian bought scroll stuff. Kalis bought a souvenir spear. That's like I heart Scarlitton. It has a charm on the end of it. Quilly bought breastplate armor.
Yes.
Armor upgrade, yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
armor upgrade. Valafar is asking around about a ship, which I didn't catch the name of, but it seems to be his ship or a ship he's very closely familiar with. Not the Black
Scurvy,
Pearl.
I think.
The Scurvy
Scurvy?
Rose.
Scurvy?
Scurvy. I thought it had rose. I couldn't remember the other word.
Scurvy Rose?
Yep.
Should have made note
Yes.
of that, but I didn't. I was kind of
We also learned
You're fired.
too deep into it.
Valafar is not his real name, which I have many questions about.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was joking with Quilly's. Just oh no. So I'm like, is this the moniker he goes with all the time, or does he have like many names he is known by?
Not terribly surprising considering he's a pirate.
Yes.
Yeah. Who knows?
Derek, IronDan, you go to your oasis in a city of filth.
Nope.
That is the
Nope. Doesn't
Nope.
happen. There's no shop. Nothing's here.
there is no shop. Nothing.
Nothing here.
You didn't see anything.
You just
If
found-
there was
you
a
found
shop-
random pearl on the ground.
If there was, you tell tale of a shop that you wish was here. The Phantom Antique. And the shopkeep is a 2006. This is not a phase emo mom.
Yep.
And in
Oh.
looking for everything you want, unfortunately, the shop is under renovation right now.
Yep.
But you are
Yep.
for your troubles are
Yep.
given a
Pearl of Power.
pearl of power
Yep.
for compensation.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with that. That's the explanation we'll go with for the
That's-
podcast.
Yep.
And someone pickpocketed me 300 gold.
Ah, yes. While renovations are occurring, Quilly and
Mhm.
Adrian vamp outside. Oh boy. Adrian wants to know about Quilly's wings and says Adrian has ties to commissions
Yeah.
who will paint Quilly
Yep.
or sculpt.
His idea was like, oh, I'm gonna get her to do a nude painting wearing just the wings.
Yep,
That was his whole thing.
that was your idea.
Yep.
We'll pick up this conversation in just a bit. So then we are outside of For Cod's Sake store with fish.
Yeah, shame me now. Shame me in the comments. It's fine.
Oh,
I don't care.
It's so good. No, I loved it.
Yeah, it's awful.
And we're outside of that because Freya needs a teleporting spot for Zentha. But we pick up the conversation to interrupt for Zentha to teleport into. Quilly is contemplating getting this commission, but continually asks if she can keep her clothes on.
I love this moment so much because, I literally, it's just like someone say something. And Blair, there's just enough of a delay for Discord audio to get to you, and then you just instantly jump right back into this.
Yeah.
It's so seamless. It's so fucking good.
He's not gonna just give up on the first.
He's not gonna drop
He's
that.
Like, no, this is why you should do it. Like, you'll pay this. It's like, yeah. Adrian comes from like a rich background, right? And rich people do some weird shit. So it's like, that's kind of my jab. It's like, yeah, like Adrian's gonna ask for something that only fucking rich people would ask.
Have you ever seen those YouTube videos of like ways to mindfully start your day via a rich person? And they're just like, drink 17 ounces of water to start your day. Take a cold shower to invigorate your mind. Sit and think of your intentions. Like, I will be a caring human, a compassionate human. And I'm like, cool, I roll out and go to
17
work.
carats of gold. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching an episode of Westworld one time, and there was like rich people like fucking like there was like prostitutes up on like a pedestal like covered in gold, and they're bidding on which one's gonna spend the night with them. I'm like, yeah, this is some rich people weird shit. Like, I don't know what to say other than that, but that's just what I found for Adrian. It's like, yeah, okay, he's gonna ask something that's just fucking bizarre.
it was so good.
It is.
And just wait till we meet that person, because they are a person. That's an existing character.
Of course they are.
Hilariously, Blair did not know it was an existing character, but as soon as he threw it out there, I was like, you son of a bitch, I already have this written, god damn it.
I just figured Adrian would know a guy.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, he does. He does know a guy.
Zentha teleports back in. Freya wants to do the noises. You can. You don't have to. How do you do? I was really hoping you would do it because it's
just
so...
air, dude. It's just air. Yeah, it's I don't understand it still. Like, it's just breathing though.
Awesome. Zentha comes back, immediately wants to talk to Kalis, but Kalis isn't right here. Kalis is being sad boy Kalis. You ain't getting a hot dog or corn dog.
There's a hot dog. Okay, so you'll see later on, but this has become our meme: is corn dog Kalis, and he needs to have a dad bod arc. There's a whole we won't let it go away. We actually have a whole sound check. There's like 15 minutes of corn dog or hot dog, and we end up talking about like religious. What's the word I would look for here? Persecution and a bunch of other dumb shit. It's getting posted eventually. It's insane. But just know that Kalis with the hot dog has become corn dogs, and we won't shut the fuck up. We are torturing Danny. It's
excellent.
Yeah, Avengers Endgame, Thor, dad bod.
Yep,
we need it.
Yep, it's coming. So, bad. So someone listening, please draw Kalis. I don't even care if it's like a 5-second sketch of Kalis, just shirtless, dad bod, bunch of corn dogs. Just, go wild.
Oh my god. Anyway, Zentha comes back, doesn't immediately spot Kalis, so it scries to find Kalis. Which my note is Zentha's eyes, they're watching you.
God damn it.
Terrifying woman.
Yeah.
Immediately grabs Kalis by the arms, like, let's go for a walk. And gives the very, very not exactly this, but the dad cleaning the shotgun on the porch, don't hurt my daughter speech.
Yeah, kind of worse though.
Kind of worse.
Yeah. Because I'm not kidding. She has a room ready to remove his bones.
That was a specific quote, and I did not question it.
Yeah, no, she has a room. So
why does she have a room to remove bones in the first place?
Oh, just Kalis's. Because it might be necessary now. Yeah, no,
she literally just made a room.
Yes, a room for Kalis's bone removal. Yes, she was not bluffing on that. And if you
didn't have it before, like
no,
before she met Kalis.
Yep.
As soon as she met Kalis, she just made a room to remove his bones.
Yes.
That's
how like you start off in Minecraft, and you make like a little 2x2 room to sleep in.
Well, okay, it wasn't forward thinking. It was she went back to Xiphus and was also still kind of drunk, and then got more drunk and saw this other stuff and was just like, well, I know I'm gonna force Tinny to go back there, so I need to be ready for that. And she did that. So it wasn't, she didn't like see the future. It's just like she had a drunken night where she wasn't gonna sleep. Yeah, that'd be fair. But no, yeah, she has a room, and if you guys want to test her on that, you'll find out. You know.
Well, unlike Kalis,
Don't.
I do not fuck around and find out.
Anyway, yeah, I love
Only
that
if
talk.
you accidentally get too drunk.
Yes, I was so excited for that whole scene. I was just waiting patiently the whole time. I was like, I can't wait. And I love Danny. So Danny clearly knew that Tinny was coming, was back at that moment. And I just love how hard he commits to Kalis just being sad and dumb about it. It's so good.
Yes.
Uh,
The Xantha brings Kalis back to the group, and he just comes bouncing, bubbly up with cotton candy for Quilly. Which I'm like, this is the most tinny thing I can think of in this moment.
As the music gets weirdly intense for this, that's fine.
Yes.
And Kalis just vomits for the
First vomits, 'cause
teleporting.
he hates getting
Throws
teleported,
up.
yeah.
Mini corn dogs.
Too many corn
God.
dogs.
Too many corn dogs.
Yep.
No.
We'll never let it go. This is why it's so great.
Right?
We have the awkward reunion of new lovers, and we get the perfect interruption for this. Milo has a net. Oh, this could have gone very bad very quickly, but some very good rolls. Milo nets Tinny. Milo immediately gets netted by someone else.
Yeah.
Who's like,
big,
hey,
big fisherman
don't do that
Goliath.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking snap, you
Um,
dude. You don't do that shit here.
Thankfully, some persuasion checks later. It's like, no, we know each other. Like,
Yeah.
fucking be careful. Don't do that
No,
shit.
I was full ready for Hulk with Loki. That's what I was setting up for there. Yeah, that was
Nice.
100%. Milo was about to just get slammed around if they didn't manage to stop this guy. Yeah, but great scene anyway.
So, yes. Something gets said, and my note here just says, "Oh no, here comes the music. Get out."
yeah.
I don't remember what set it off, but
I don't
I
know.
remember
I don't know.
people coming out of the restaurant and there was like a line of like "It's a beautiful day" or something like that.
I think it was Valfart.
Yes.
I think it was Val. I think Val started playing music, and then just other fucking drunk people came out and started playing music too.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
as we progress along the boardwalk of Atlantic City, I mean Wildwood, I mean Scarlitton, it's game time. Games.
Yep.
Downloads. Everyone gets to play a lot of games, and I've got some notes for games. Quilly. It's it's like an
Quilly gets-
axe throwing
Yep.
game. Quilly's all about this. Oh, I must have missed that earlier. Where'd that go? Oh. At some point before this, Kalis gives Quilly the spear. The very, very gaudy spear.
Oh yeah.
For your spear got broken. Danny broke the spear. So Kalis gives Quilly a spear.
Yep.
Just a basic spear that has a charm on the end of it that says "I love Scarlet." So good.
Hope she never
I
takes
love
it
it.
off.
Oh yeah.
Quilly's
Yeah,
not gonna
it's
take that
actually-
shit off. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's also like they like burned it on the handle too.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Quilly is amazing at throwing an axe through boards. Like the first one was spot on, and then immediately a nat 20. So there's 2 boards and 1 axe, and wins. I assume the grand prize, which is a wand of scowls.
Yep.
Which at this point, I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's an item I could look up. I just haven't done that yet.
At some point, Izzy's gonna remember about it at a weird moment, and it's gonna make a very strange scene.
Yes. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Adrian comes back, has 2 beers in each hand and a 3rd beer in a mage hand behind,
Yep.
which is such a good.
Yep. You learn a
Good
lot in
spot.
college.
That's what I want me to.
I want me.
that exact moment. So there's so many moments from this episode that I want to see illustrated. That is one that stands out to me. Is just that moment of you coming over with the mage hand is such a nice little moment.
Yeah, it's, and there's just the fucking mage hand behind him just pulling up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a little splitting of the group. Valafar floats by the lovebirds, Kalis and Tinny, and serenades Tinny in Kalis's voice.
With his
And-
improv jazz band of tieflings that have joined him.
That's like Frankie Valli
Yeah.
and yeah,
It's funny because Kalis is right next to Tinny.
yes.
Yeah,
Right.
it's great.
It's a very, very funny scene. Very good. Just perfect. Perfect way to embarrass Kalis, which apparently I really it's just funny.
Yeah.
Which makes sense when you're saying Kalis used to be the butt of the jokes before Milo.
He was.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's, he kind of leaves himself pretty open for it.
Which is appreciated as
Yeah.
a viewer.
Yeah. It's so good. There's so many
Um,
good scenes that happen here.
There are.
I don't remember the order
next-
of most of them, but there's a lot.
The next mini game is the mantis fighting.
Yeah.
Which-
Derek completely played fair.
Ah, yes. Well, Derek
Never cheats.
never cheats. Totally
Never cheats.
doesn't subtle spell. Bless. Totally doesn't subtle spell a lot of things in all of these games.
Yep.
Everyone also gets
Totally does
catnip.
not even have.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, it's like an advantage. Oh, I was gonna say, totally. Derek does not have subtle spell.
Yep.
Totally not. Absolutely not.
Well, he hasn't cheated
Um,
before.
No. Not at the was it the pit? The pit.
Yep.
The catnip, it was like some advantage thing. Like,
Yeah, you just got advantage on your roll for it.
Yeah, but basically it's
Sure
just
helped
straight
me
up
out.
straight up gambling. 4 people play along with 2 NPCs. The finals are Derek versus Quilly.
Yep.
Valafar throws a
Tries to
minor
cheat.
illusion.
Tries to
Yeah,
cheat.
and immediately Quilly gets thrown out.
shameful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Derek
piece of
wins.
shit.
Yeah, so bad, so bad. Derek wins. There's a meal.
Yeah.
I saw catnip. I was like, "Where's
I
catnip?"
won like 500
is-
something
ah,
gold.
dang it.
It was a lot.
A lot. It was ridiculous how
There's
much
Cat-
money
The
was
one
in
guy
that
put a
pot.
bunch down. Yeah.
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 Um,
And then I gave 100 to Quilly because I felt
Yes,
bad
you
for
did.
Valafar
yes.
cheating so blatantly.
So blatantly.
Oh
Kalis-
wait. Oh no, that's when Milo fucking
Yep.
stole Valafar's thunder.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
such a fucking
Oh.
beautiful moment
We-
here.
Oh, okay. So I'll skip to that. There's another game
yeah,
in between.
no, that was
but
good. That was
Valafar tries to sneak apology money, a note, and
And a cookie.
a cookie. That's right. It wasn't the
Cookie.
teddy bear. To Quilly, completely messes it up. Milo, who's right by him, is a better thief. Sleight of hands it away,
Just
and
grabs it and presents it as his own apology.
yes. Oh,
Slick. It's slick.
Yeah.
Slick.
Just
good move.
beautiful, man.
So good.
it's even funnier because Quilly's the one that doesn't use money.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. Back to the lovebirds. Kalis gets bumped into, and then we find out later gets stolen from. Gotta keep your eye on your money here.
Can I just say my delivery of that was so good.
It was.
It was so seamless.
It
I
was
nailed it. He was
so-
like, "Oh, okay." I kept talking. I was like, "Ah, you fucker!"
Yes. Yes, it was. You were just like they were talking. It's like, ah, some dude bumps into you. It's like, rude. But it felt so seamless. Of like, this is just a carnival. This is a boardwalk. You just
Yeah, some drunk
kind
people.
of around. Yeah.
Hmm.
Perfect. Kalis plays the game of arm wrestling against some half-orc
Yep.
women who Danny picks the hardest one. Which I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, good luck.
Girl might have been
Yeah.
full orc. We don't even know.
It might have been. Very well might have been.
Yeah.
I like Fraya. I like the way you do this, where it's basically half, or and then full. So it's basically 2 checks, or if you succeed, back to 0.
Yeah, don't credit me for that. That's There's a couple of the games here reference some Critical Role games early on in campaign 2. This is very much one of them.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I saw Matt do that, and I was like, oh, that's great. I'll just steal that one. Gonna be honest.
I have a slight gripe with this, as I have a gripe with any game that is theoretically infinite.
Yeah.
It's just any game that is theoretically infinite annoys me. Not that I have great ways to go about not making it theoretically infinite.
At some point, one of them. Essentially, the way to solve that is Constitution checks, because you have endurance. So if you start slipping, disadvantage. If you just fail bad enough, you're just going to lose straight up. So that's how I was going to go for that. So no, there was no infinite loop possible there. And she was, spoiler alert, she's actually, in terms of raw strength, much stronger than Kalis. So if it came to that, he was going to lose.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she had a much higher strength bonus than well, not much higher, but enough that in straight contested rolls, the percentages were in her favor. But he won.
He had guidance from a kiss on the cheek from Tinny, and a bonus from, I think he just used his inspiration.
Yeah, I think he inspirationed on it.
Yeah. But yeah, he wins. He gets gold. That's right. That was the prize for that one.
Yep. I love the little
Adrian.
note of the orc lady maybe threatening, maybe hitting on him. I'm just running away. It's like, oh fuck. I don't know what that means. That was a
little
good
kiss, a little lick of the lips.
Yep.
Yeah. Adrian catches a pickpocket as a small
Little girl.
Yep.
And it just tosses. I think tosses a gold. Just scurries off. We have the dice game, the Liar's Dice with not exactly Liar's Dice. The dice game with Milo and Valfar.
Yep.
Who won that? Oh, Valfar won that. Yes.
No.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember either. That's a big.
I actually don't even remember offhand. All the other ones were so significant. I've blanked on this one.
Yeah. No, he won. Milo was second. The dealer was bad.
Oh.
I do remember the dealer rolled like shit, so that would make sense if Val won.
Wait, the dealer rolled like shit, but might have had a great last roll.
I don't even know.
No, Milo still beat by one. Milo still beat by
This
one.
is a big blank in my head.
Anyway,
yeah, something happened. There was a lot of shit going on.
Valfar won some gold, and that was the gold he was using to give back to Quilly.
Yes.
And then Milo and Valfar go off to duel. This game. Oh, boy.
I'm so happy they did this, because I built this game specifically hoping these two would duel.
Yes. Yes.
There's no other
Adrian's
reason.
not touching that shit.
I cannot believe that it was paintball guns. I was so happy. What was this? Was this like a dex check?
Just range attack.
Yeah.
Just range attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, there was a quick 3-round tournament. The final was the 2 players, of course, to which Valfar won.
Swagged on
Not
him.
surprising.
He just completely. I believe the rolls were so lopsided.
Yeah,
Valfar shot the gun out of Milo's hand.
Mikey was doing pretty well in the rolls up until that duel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of choked a little bit there, but
Yeah.
you know, again, Val's trained with guns. Milo not so much. So
He tends to choke under pressure.
Yeah.
It does.
Anytime anyone's
that's
watching
such a
him.
good joke. I'm sorry, that's beautiful. But yes, he does.
So Valfar get the paintball gun with 60, I think, paintballs. Immediately shoots one in Milo's face. But
Yep.
I'm sitting here so slightly frustrated because can you imagine Milo with a paintball gun?
I was kind of hoping for it.
It would have been the best thing ever.
Now here's the good thing.
It was
Scarlitton, you can still get paintball guns. What? Why can't Milo go back and try again?
a good
It
point.
wasn't like some big event, dude. This is just like every 2 or 3 nights, the whole city just becomes this. So, you know, it's not a lost cause. But I agree. I was kind of hoping Milo was going to get it just because that'd be fucking devious.
Yes. And we're wrapping up the episode. We have 1 game left. 1 inside joke that I need more explanation for because there was something with celery stew and Kalis.
Oh, you don't need more because you created this. Rather, your phone's autocorrect
Oh, I did. You're right. My autocorrect did.
I told you
I
I
forgot
was
now.
putting it in the game.
I forgot you did.
Yeah, I'm a man of my word.
this is awful.
Oh,
I'm so
you are
happy.
all. I will just say this. It's not random. There is a thing. And this won't spoil anything, but depending on how next episode, depending on how 21 goes, I might not ever get to reveal said thing. But I hope I do, because you're going to fucking hate me for it.
Excellent.
Yeah, but
Oh, I
yes,
love my
the celery, I
autocorrect
told you it was going
celery.
in there, and
You're
celery
right.
sense, man.
You're right. Celery sense. I forgot. How did I forget that? It's been a busy week, okay?
Well, it was a stupid little like autocorrect, like
I mean,
we've memed it at this point,
yeah.
so it makes sense.
Red Bull Boys made sense. I am so sad that I won't get to hear that for a while. So I need to coin some more groups. But anyway, Kalis wants to win Tinny, big stuffed animal from the Trebuchet game.
Yep.
First.
Not nearly as entertaining as my version of Trebuchet, but hey.
Oh God. I don't even want to know. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I tied Milo up in the fucking bag and used him instead of the...
that one. Okay,
Yeah.
Jesus. I was kind of thinking
Good.
back to like Adrian, weird rich
Last
people
night.
stuff, nude paintings.
Yeah, I
that's
did too.
that's where I went for that one. But no, I forgot you wanted to throw Milo. It kind of worked out though.
It did.
It really did.
Kalis got the first shot easily. I believe it was 15 or 16 on that roll. The second shot, easy. And the third shot, Milo, walking by, tries to quick run on the field and move the bucket. But Kalis rolled so well, is very good at this game, that as Milo goes to move the bucket, gets hit and basically thrown into the bucket.
It's sandbagged into the bucket.
With the sandbag. And in the great words of Froggy Fresh,
Oh my God, homeboy, you just got dunked on. Oh my good Lord, you just got your bell rung.
I wasn't ready for it, but
I
yeah.
know.
Wow. Damn, maybe I'll edit. Maybe if I remember, I'll edit that in right there. Holy shit.
You just got...
Let's see,
that-
143. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Sorry, screen's gonna go blank for a second. Anyone watching? I'm on the other tab. 143. Got dunked on.
Oh my God, homeboy, you just got dunked on.
I gotta ask,
Anyway,
was that whole was this whole episode planned weeks in advance, or did you come up with that after the whole party was like, we want to gamble?
oh, I've known we've been going to Scarlitton for months, dude.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, no, I knew there was gonna be some games and other shit, and that's why I made a list of a bunch of shops and stuff that definitely showed up and what have you. So yeah, I just kind of like built up what the city was gonna be like, and you could have been like, oh cool, and you could have just not interacted with any of the games or anything. I had them there as a side note. I figured you would. And then at some point someone was like, let's go gamble. I was like, well, that's convenient.
Because at the end of the previous episode, you were like, what if we spend the entire episode just gambling? just never get the job done.
Yeah, no, there was a very good chance Adrian was like, here's your job, and then you guys started the job. That was very likely. I was like, I know how the city is, and someone had mentioned it, and I was like, I'll make sure it's very clear that this is available, just in case we want to spend half of an entire episode on it, and, it happened.
It's so good.
Yeah.
As the games wind down, the group goes to work on the mission at the museum. I forget exactly how you got there, but
You just walk.
we just walked there.
Yeah, it's in the same
And
district.
The museum is bussin'. As we all find out, the auction that is tomorrow is like 1 minute into tomorrow.
Midnight.
It is midnight.
I
It
knew he
is.
was gonna pull I knew he was gonna pull something like that. I was like, fuck, man. Like, Freya's got some kind of twist.
Yep. That is Very Freya. I was not surprised, but I'm just like, ooh, how you gonna get out of this? Not more of like, oh man, really? I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway,
I saw you guys spending all that time. Like, let's go. Maybe we'll do it tonight. We'll go do it. And I was just like, got him.
Got
So
him.
I got him.
like, did they invent the midnight opening there and then?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, Scarlitton probably did, to be honest.
There's quick talk of some plans, but we end the episode with the party in line to get into the museum, thinking about throwing a jar of giant's piss to stink bomb and clear it out. And that's it.
That's it.
That's where we've left off. That's where I currently am.
I'm so sad that like we can't do all 4 episodes right
Yeah.
now because
Like, we need Danny and Josh here.
we need everyone we can possibly get for next time.
Boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
boy.
gonna be another big
Sorry to
one.
keep throwing at you, but yeah, the next 2 are an absolute must watch.
I'm sure.
Oh boy,
These 2 episodes were, after Arms of Elysium, such a nice tonal shift, such a fun
Mhm.
shopping montage, gambling montage, Forest Town, we did it, get drunk,
yeah,
some
high
of
school
us get
date,
laid,
like all this
high
stuff.
school date,
Yeah, it was very.
meet
it was
new
very good.
characters, hate them, at least one a lot and one kind of.
And Tinny's back and all this.
Tinny's
Yeah,
back for
someone had
permanent.
joked in 17. Someone was like, "Nice lighthearted episode, right?" Right before I hit record, and everyone was like, "No, you're gonna curse us." And we start with Theron leaving, and everyone's like, "See, you cursed us." And I was like, And I'd say 17's fairly lighthearted. It's still heavy at parts, but it's still like it's
17
not
is
Chad
the-
killing everyone.
What's the, so in literary terms, we have like the climax and then the
Rising action.
Oh,
falling action.
Falling action.
Right
Yeah.
up
yeah,
that.
fall. Yes,
We had
yes,
to-
yes.
17 is very much tying up all of those loose ends. But then getting to it's tying up those loose ends, and that's the heavy part. Nothing is added that is heavy.
And then yeah, 18's just goofy as shit across the board.
So fun.
Just
What's funny? 18, 19, and 20 all take place on the same day.
yeah.
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And even
Kind of, because
Part of
Goes over.
20.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the same unit of time between sleep.
Mhm.
That's absurd to think about. So yeah, I don't know, Ben, any other comments, any other
Not much right now. I have some questions, but I would like these characters to develop more before I get to the question is, if you were to play like other characters, who are you most interested in? And it's a question I want to revisit because I believe we talked about it last time with some leaving, and I want to add, now that you have more options, is your choice the same? Other than that, not too much. It was not super heavy on lore. It was just kind of resolving things, taking a break and resetting, and getting to next big mission. Which, again, a nice tonal shift from the last podcast.
Yeah. I mean, nice
Not
thing
as
about
heavy.
17 was that that was the first time we had gotten party conversation in a long time.
yeah. Like
think
so
4 or
much
5
shit had
episodes.
happened. It was like Tinny joined, and then it was like the airship fighting this and Quilly's stuff, and then all this, and then they're there at the Kitwalla and that, and then they leave, and then Arms of Elysium happens, and now they're on the ship, and everyone's like, half the party's gone, and no one had any time to like feel or think, really. It was just like madness after madness, and I'm interested to see how, when we learn it by the characters telling us or showing us how everyone's handling all this stuff, because there's a lot.
Yeah. I usually always ask Blair, IronDan, if there's anything in these episodes you would have done differently, you wish would have done that. But I'll even give my first response as a viewer. I think everything was pretty spot on. Like I couldn't even think of better ways to introduce Adrian. You might regret the drunk text, Dan, but as a viewer, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I will still ask if you wanted to. Wish you would have done something. Stopped at a shop. Da 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 da.
Ask me next podcast.
Okay, noted.
Oh my
boy.
god. Yeah, that question. Hold on to that question.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Excellent. I will absolutely make a note on that one.
No, Adrian. I was just like, hey, you're gonna see Adrian's fun side. Like he's in a
Yeah.
city meant to be chaotic, so he's gonna be chaotic.
You lived up to that.
Yeah,
Not chaotic
you'll-
enough.
chaotic enough, but you will see the next 2 episodes that Adrian, when he means business, he means business. So
Very much.
That's-
As a seeker, I kind of even just with the title and what you do, I kind of expect that. And
oh
I
yeah, and
guess
it's
kind of knowing how you play now.
Yeah, it's like the Order of Erithus. They don't employ morons. Like they don't,
Yeah.
they mean what they do. The only reason you caught Adrian the way he is just because he's got an assignment that has no time frame, and he's in a city where you get to party. So, naturally he's gonna take his time and he's gonna relax while he does it. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Chuck's a little infectious with his vacation mode right now, so it
Mhm.
makes sense.
yeah,
And
that's
I
one
will
character I wanna
say,
see more of.
speaking of tone shifts, about 20 minutes in to next episode, to 19, you're going to start to realize the beast that you are now facing down is a very new one to the campaign tonally, and oh boy, I'll stop it
boy.
there. But what a thing that awaits you.
Yeah, it's the next 2 are fucking insane.
Gotcha.
I was just saying that it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Alright.
But cool. I don't think I have anything to add. I mean, these are just fun. It's just having fun, mostly wrapping stuff up, having fun, bringing Tinny
Yeah.
back, fucking with Kalis. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. They're also a good mental break for me. Partially because I knew you guys were gonna waste some time, so I could write some more stuff. But also just because, Arms of Elysium was a little
Heavy.
It's a little heavy.
Heavy.
And after
Fucking
running
loved it.
after a 6-hour fight, I was like, I'm kind of ready to just like
Chill.
roll some
yeah.
dice and give some people some plushies and stuff. we'll take a nice Sunday break here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just to note, Tinny was carrying a plushie throughout the entire next 2 episodes.
Yes, remember that.
Yeah.
Ben, that the entirety of the next 2 episodes, Tinny has not 1 but 3 plushies on her. She has the cat,
Oh,
the
that's
tiny
right.
one, the giant owl bear, and the pirate doll of her.
The crocheted pirate doll.
She
the
has
very
those
nice
the
old lady.
entire time. So I don't know if you need to make a note right now to remember that, but the whole next 2 episodes, Tinny will continue to have those, and just think about that sporadically and delight at the images you will find in your mind.
Excellent. Note is going in. Tinny has the 3 plushies, including
All on her belt.
Oh,
Well,
Or
one's
something like
one's
that, yeah.
huge. Like she's like carrying the owl bear. It's big. Yeah.
I'm already laughing with those mental images.
Oh, just you fucking wait.
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah.
It doesn't let up. Next 2 episodes are just they're crazy.
Yeah, the pedal's back down.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're around the
Nice.
corner. We're going again. But thank you very much, Ben. I'll let you close out our show for the evening.
absolutely. Thank you, anyone, all viewers, for watching this episode of Take 20, companion podcast to the Rolling 20s D&D live play episode. This was episode recap for 17 and 18. Thank you again for Blair, IronDan for joining us tonight. Fraya, as always, amazing work. Thank you. If you would like to, dear viewer, please follow Rathmore Games on YouTube, Instagram, any of the other social medias that
Twitch, all the
are
stuff.
there.
We're
Yeah.
getting our OnlyFans up
Twitch.
soon.
Yes.
Ah,
yes.
excellent.
So funny
We're gonna
enough,
show off Kalis's dad bod.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Nothing but that. Yeah.
Speaking of Twitch, not dad bots and corn dogs, we got 2 more Twitch followers while we've been recording this. So hey, Burrito Buns and Cult Leader Ike, thanks for thanks for the support. Enjoy your eventual shout out if you catch this. And yeah, thank you so much, Ben playing host Ben, and Blair and Dan for joining us. So happy gaming, everyone.